And it just sucks because I'm interested in these figures, and this one kind of looks off.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Collecting Brothers. I'm John. This is Josh, and we're bringing you guys our weekly action figure podcast. We'll break down all the action figure news from the week past. And man, I felt like December is usually a slower month for toys, but we've been hitting them, man. There's been some good reveals, some good, exciting new stuff coming out. I'm feeling good about it. But
yeah, that's very true. Usually a lull here, but we just kept going.
Just kept going. Did not stop. And on another good news, our 1,000 subscribers goal has been reached.
We did it!
And it's so cool that we hit it before the end of the year. And that was kind of a goal that we had set for ourselves just internally. And it's so excited that you guys are here for us, supporting us for that 1,000 subscribers. So with that, our giveaway will be going live, and we'll announce the winner and we'll contact them. Well, I think we should do like where we have a winner, and then if the winner doesn't respond to us within a certain time frame, we go to like second place.
Yeah.
Just because we want to make sure that someone gets these figures. So, but yeah, no, super excited that we're able to hit that. Let's see what next year holds. Pretty solid year for YouTube with us, but that's not what you guys are here for.
Come on, let's get to the good stuff. It was no.
You guys are here to talk about toys. That's what we're here for too. So first up, we are going over to McFarlane. McFarlane gave us a little bit of toys here, just a teaser, actually, just a teaser. They tease this Batman. And of course, with that symbol up in the top right, this is going to be Batman versus Superman. Batman, so the Batfleck.
Oh, shit.
And it's a Batman I've always kind of liked, just because he was kind of beefier and more reminiscent of the Dark Knight Rises comics, and I kind of like that girth to Batman. But do you notice something that looks off? I didn't really personally notice it, just when I was reading comments, people were saying that it looks off. And it's kind of crazy to say because you can't even see anything.
Yeah, it's a silhouette. Like, it's got the small ears. It's backlit or toplit. So, like, I don't know. The chest does look a little bit small, but again, I can't really tell you.
What people were saying, and after they pointed out to me, I do agree somewhat, is that the neck is too long. And, you know, looking back at Batfleck, Ben Affleck doesn't really have that big of a neck to begin with. Plus, when you put the cowl on it disappears even more so. Like, right. And it adds to Ben Affleck's look. It adds to his beefiness.
Yeah, his thickness.
Whereas this, I do agree with people. Like, it kind of looks a tad long.
Okay, and it is interesting that we are going off of just a silhouetted shadow image. People are already complaining about it. It is what it is.
You know how we are.
Yeah, they find something to complain about.
Complaining about people complaining.
But yeah, we'll see what the full reveal holds. I do agree with you, but it could be shadow play that we're seeing, that neck being elongated. Might be turned on an angle. I'm not sure. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, let's wait until the full figure.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's head over to Diamond Select. They had some figures here, some that you might be excited for. First up, they're giving us a Walking Dead comic version, Michonne. Personally, I'm actually excited for this. I'm not familiar if they've been doing previous figures or if this is the first time they're going into the comic line, but I'm excited for this. I love the comics. Comics are great by Robert Kirkman. But yeah, just great. The black and white is there, but the detail still like holds up. The shading, the painting on the gray suit. It's not just a flat gray. You know, it's a lot of work that's being put into it.
Yeah, so this is actually the first time Diamond has been doing. They picked this as a new license that they picked up. Nice. This is the first time. What better two characters than the first two that they chose? The first being here, Michonne, and oh my gosh, I am just blown away by Michonne. Like, the likeness on it, like. Yeah. And it's not like too realistic because it's supposed to be based off the comics, right? But it just looks lifelike, man. I am too excited about these. I'm definitely going to be picking up this line. I can't wait.
Oh, so excited!
Yeah, I'm excited for it. 6.5 inches is what they were kind of measuring out, so just under 7 inches. But yeah, great detailing, great paintwork. It's Diamond Select, you know. You are going to get your money's worth in regards to paint. Your articulation might be limited, but honestly, like, just get them in a good pose. The whole team, the whole crew. That would be great. But along with Michonne, we're also getting Rick.
And yeah, I think, like we always talk about, Diamond Select always bang for your buck. You know, this is not all they're going to come with. They're going to come with some cool dial pieces, would be really nice. Like maybe some just like a half a body of a zombie or something like that.
Right, yeah.
And for $30, you know, it's definitely a good value. And once again, the likeness is is really awesome.
They did a great job bringing these comic characters to life. And I was kind of like just looking at Rick here, his arms, or at least his hands, look a little too bulbous, but that could be pulling from the art style. Like, honestly, I haven't read those books in a while, but I'm okay with it because it's a comic version. Any of those slight scaling or sculpting things, it's okay.
It almost adds to it, yeah.
Right,
like
it adds, the comics. But yeah, 2 different head sculpts already with this. But we'll see what else they come out with a full package reveals. But I'm excited for these, man.
Straight fire, yeah. The only drawback is like it's gonna take us 10 years, just like with the Fantastic Four team.
Yeah, we'll see. Unless they go Invincible route, which is another Robert Kirkman property, right? And they crank them all out, right?
That's interesting. Yeah, that guy's good. Kirkman's good then.
He's good.
Kirkman's good, dude. He knows how to write.
Yeah.
But next up from Marvel Select, the Diamonds toys.
Diamond Select,
excuse me. We are doing Annihilus. So I like when when Diamonds does this with the villains, because these villains, they're going to be bigger, but they're villains. It's okay that they're bigger than your Marvel Legends. I think there's a good crossover with these. But apparently he fights the Guardians of the Galaxy and another team, but looks cool. I love the wings.
Exactly, and even that like effect you could use even for like your Ultron Legends if you can attach it somehow. Definitely has that like Ultron-esque vibe. And you get great wings, and there's double knees and double elbows, so definitely all the articulation you want. Even
bicep swivel, probably an abdomen crunch there, or ankle rockers, and you get that little creature thing too, man. I love that little minion he comes with.
What a precious little creature.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely exciting. I think just for any Marvel fans, because like you said, that cross compatibility, it won't matter too much with this guy.
Yeah, it'll scale good and fit right in with your Marvel Legends. So there's Annihilus. Next up, House of the Dragon. We're getting Frankie here.
Here we have Damon from House of the Dragon, and he's basically the second co-lead in the show, right? Okay. And it's cool that the Diamonds, grabbing up these licenses. Like holes where people are kind of like seeing, right? Like Walking Dead. I feel like there's a lot of cross compatibility between people who like Walking Dead comics and action figure collectors.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we kind of talked about where maybe there might not be as much with Game of Thrones, but at least they're willing to take that chance. And I do think it will be successful because it is fantasy, and people who collect action figures like fantasy in general usually. And what better way than like the Game of Thrones property, right?
Yeah, lots of opportunity, lots and lots of characters, different outfits as well. So here's Damon, and honestly, like I love Marvel. Diamond Select just does a great job on the details and the paint. Like they kind of like, instead of focusing on like highly articulated figures, they give you some articulation, but more focus on the paint applications
and accessories,
the details, the accessories. Yeah. And honestly, like, I don't know. I
kind of like the Mythic Legions route.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah. The only thing I will say, I do think the likeness is there too. What's this actor's name? Dr. Who?
I can't remember his name right now. Matt
Smith. Yeah. Matt Smith. I do think the likeness is there, but go back to like the initial shot. I think the proportions are off.
Yeah.
And it's not even that the shoulders are too big, because you can just attribute that to the pauldrons, but it's that the shoulders are too low and the arms hang too low. It's almost like a monkey-esque build. Like that's how monkeys are, where they have those really long, big arms. And it just sucks because I'm interested in these figures, and this one kind of looks off.
I agree with you. There's something with the proportions does look off to me. There's something that's too long or too short, like too short of a torso. I don't know. Something's just looks a little off with it. And it could be attributed to the armor, but honestly, I don't know. I don't see it. I think it's something else with the tooling of it.
Well, if you just look at this, go back to the first shot. Look where the shoulder's starting, not where the pauldron's starting, where the shoulder's starting.
It's way low.
Way too low. And so, like, they just messed up there. The shoulders needed the actual ball joint of the shoulder ball needed to sit way higher.
Way higher up. Yeah.
And that's what's screwing it. Yeah.
And maybe they're sacrificing sculpt over articulation, right? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it is actually a 2-pack. At least that's how it was solicited on Entertainment Earth. The second character is this old creepy guy.
It's Viserys Targaryen.
Okay.
He's got those cool names.
They do. They do. I'm not a fan of Game of Thrones myself, but Josh is. So.
What is this Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that they're doing 2 figures, kind of 2 at a time. Hopefully they'll do that. We'll see what else comes out of them.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of did that a lot with like the looking back at the Lord of the Rings Diamond Select line. And then later on, they would do even single releases. So they might do the same with this, like looking back at trends. It will come out as a double and then later single packed.
Right, exactly. We'll see here. All right, let's jump over to Mezco Toys. They announced their Mighty Morphin Power Rangers White Ranger. And I mean, it's going to be well done. It's Mezco, but cool to actually finish out the team. We got Green Ranger, we got the 5-pack of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, so you gotta have Tommy, of course, right, as the White Ranger.
Really cool, I think, just because since most of us might already have the Hasbro set, so when the Mezco set came out, it was just too much of a price to justify, especially because it was like a 5-pack, right?
Right, yeah.
Maybe just picking on the White Ranger might not be so bad, just because he's our leader, right? So just have everybody else kind of
Hasbro,
the Hasbro version, yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Cool little effects here for the dragon. I love that he comes with his dragon blade. Comes with this little laser beams. I love that attention to detail. Here is the head sculpt, though. I don't know. I feel like it's just missing a little bit of paint.
I do think I think it's bad. Yeah, I think it's bad. Not only the paint, but I think the lips are too too small. Not like
burst. Yeah.
voluptuous wise, this way wise.
Okay, yeah, horizontally.
Yeah, definitely the Hasbro head is way better. And especially because they started to update them, in those new deluxe packs. Those things are killer, man, from Hasbro. So seeing this at such a high price point, Mezco should have done better, honestly.
Yeah. Did you? This is like old news, but we missed it back in July, and I think it's been confirmed. It was confirmed in August, but the Lightning collection is canceled. It's on hiatus from Hasbro right now.
Gotta be kidding me.
What?
Yeah. I was at Ross the other day and I was talking to some guy who was also there looking in the toy section. And he was just telling me how it sucks that the Lightning collection is done. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, they canceled it. They're no longer be announcing new figures. They're not going to be putting out anymore. And he's just sad because he's like, I had had 3/4 of the team complete, but I'm never going to complete my team. And I think one of them was one of the later seasons.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams not finished yet.
Yeah. So that line is currently on hold, on hiatus. They're not cranking them out right now.
Oh my gosh, that's scary, John. I did not hear about that. I haven't really been hearing people talk about that, in the comments, in the community chat.
They're on hiatus. They're not announcing new figures or producing them. So,
oh wow.
But I mean, with those layoffs that we talked about last week, this is the effects of it, right?
Well, we have and Super 7 making stuff too.
That's true. Yeah. But here you get all those effects here, the different dragon blades, the effects pieces, really cool Mezco stuff. Of course, always loads it up with the effects pieces, right?
Except for that thing, man. I'll break that in a second.
Which
those
one?
red lasers? Those are broken.
Or you lose them, right? You lose them to the carpet. All right, well, there's Mezco stuff. Let's head over to SH Figure Arts. And this is just kind of a recap of what we talked about with the Rebel Moon figures that were teased. Here's all 3 of them are the first wave.
And you got some more beauty shots, more nice shots.
Here is JC 1425, I believe his name is. Comes with that cloth, good wired cape. And look at this. I love this shot just for showing the posability on it.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And I started the movie. I don't know if you have yet, but
no, don't got Netflix.
Oh, okay. They did a really good job animating this character. The story behind him is that they served a king, and then the king was slayed or killed, and then they no longer fought. But they were still part of the army, so they would still help, but they no longer fought back because the king died. And the way they animated him is just very human. They clearly mocapped someone and then threw the robot on him. So it's not
Blomkamp level.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a scene where he goes to wash his face off in the river, and just it's just very humanistic, very I don't know, just human. And so to see a robot, someone of metal, doing that, it's not clunky. It's very smooth and liquid and fluid with him. So I was impressed with it.
Yeah, it looks like a great figure. And even those the soft goods, that fabric they're using and the way it's getting tattered and layered, that cape looks awesome. I'm
excited for this robot. Even if you don't like the movie or whatever, people have been saying what they say.
Stinky.
But just as a design point, I love this.
If you're just into sci-fi. It's just a cool sci-fi figure.
Yeah. So, but there's that LJC 1425. Well, we're also getting Cora, of course. Here she is with her cape. She's great. Looks good. And here she is without her cape. And likeness, I think they did really well on her face.
Yeah, and good to see more soft goods. And like we mentioned before, yeah, they're doing more soft goods. They're getting more and more comfortable with that. Figure arts is like a new thing for them. And it's a new trend going forward, I feel like.
Which is great. Always good to see that. And then, of course, finally, we have the antagonist here with the red lightsaber heat blades, you know. What's funny here, though, is we get a glimpse at the articulation of those legs. And, yeah, like, non-existent.
It's that Demon Slayer. That's Demon Slayer.
And that's what I was going to bring up. I'm going to be like, this is probably going to tell us how the Demon Slayer pants will work. Whether it's like, I don't know, like hinged all the way, or is it just like a simple cut? It's interesting to see this.
Yeah, it looks bad, but it's like, I don't fault figure arts for that. Just like how I didn't fault Todd for what he did with the Demon Slayer. There's just no way around it. It's just the movie, and it's just impossible to get around it. What I will fault them for, though, is I don't like the way her swords look. I feel like they should have went more translucent and less paint, and let the natural light in your room, or the natural light if you're doing toy photography, bring those to life. When you drench those in paint, you make it so photographers can't work their magic, and it just shuts them out, and it looks bad. It looks fake.
Yeah, it keeps it like flat and one-dimensional or two-dimensional. You know, like you can't really get that like light around it.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's that cool character, cool design. But just like, you know, finishing up those beauty shots for the Rebel Moon. And it's just those three. So we'll see if any more get made. All right, let's jump over to Storm Collectibles. A full reveal of our big boy, Blanca. And he looks good. And I think I know why this one looks better. Of course it's going to look better, but the difference between this one and the Jada Toys one. And honestly, it's the shadows, the washes that this figure has.
Okay.
It lessens the green to a deeper green, a richer green, instead of just being a flat green that I think...
Yeah, the Jada Toys one was a puke green.
And this just adds more dimension to it. It's giving it shadows everywhere and kind of just richens it up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks really good. Definitely going to get this one over the Jada one. And there's even been an SH Figure Arts one.
Oh.
But having Storm Collectibles, you know, being that 7 to 8 inch size, I want the big boy. I want him big.
And he's going to be nice and hardy there. Another cool thing that he's coming with are these effects pieces, just him powering up the...
Wow.
Right? Really cool to get all those extra pieces. And look how, like, again, this is just Storm Collectible doing their thing, but just can get into that ball shape. Right? He's just nice and curled up. Deep cuts, the thighs can get in there. So I love that they showed off this pose here. And then finally, you get his reaction face. So not only just great paint apps, of course it's a higher quality figure, it's a higher price point, but also just more fun accessories as well. Yeah,
it looks awesome. The only thing I worry about is I actually just recently picked up the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter Zangief. And one of my biggest gripe, and it's a big boy like Blanca,
right,
is that the overlay on the chest is a rubber. So I'm wondering, I can't tell from the photos if it is rubber, but it tends to float up when you move his arms and articulate him, and it gets really annoying. So I really hope they went with hard plastic this time. You can't tell, though. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But maybe because... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say the neck, but no, the Zangief is the same.
Okay. It's like a full piece.
Yeah, it's a full rubber overlay.
Interesting. It might be the same, dude.
I think that's what I'm afraid of. But... I mean, it's not like it's bad. It's just annoying because when you're articulating, you have to it will hook on top of other hard pieces because it flexes.
Right, yeah. Interesting. Okay. But there's everything you're getting with Blanca here. 4 different head sculpts, a bunch of hands, of course, the effects piece to power him up. Great job.
And really good to see like 4 completely unique, very unique from each other expressions. Because sometimes, you know, with imports, they'll do like kind of similar, but these ones are very different. Like
a straight face and then a smirk, right? Straight
face. Side eye. Right. Good on Storm.
Really cool there. All right, let's jump over to Mafex. 2 toys here that we want to talk about. First up, they're continuing their Infinity Saga line here with their Black Panther. And man, as Mafex does, just knocks it out of the park with the likeness. Suit looks good. The detailing looks amazing. Paint looks great. Just get a picture of him, man. That likeness is spot on, dude.
You can't get any better. For me, it's 100%. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can put this in your Chadwick Boseman memorial.
Yeah, no, it's way good.
It's perfect.
But he comes with the throne as well, which I think is really cool. You're getting this big old throne for him to sit on.
Yeah, exactly. That's new, something that Figure Arts has never done, and also the masthead with the eyes revealed underneath. That's something that Figure Arts or Legends has never done either. So that's kind of cool to see. Just them like pushing the envelope and like, you know, because we've gotten so many Black Panthers, it's just nice to get new or different accessories and makes us want to buy this updated Mayfix Black Panther, because it is kind of it's based off their first movie, so it is definitely it's old, right?
Yeah, it's old. It's been done. Honestly, look at the head. I love that they're using two different types of paint, from the top layer of the helmet and then the underneath, like, you know, cybernetic level where it's shinier.
Yeah, love the shiny versus matte finish. Yeah,
looks really great though. Yeah, solid character. If you don't have a Black Panther, this is your Black Panther, man. This is perfect. I do love it.
For sure. Silhouette's amazing. The throne's amazing.
All right, and then
as you can see, I am not dead. That's the photo.
Right.
And as you can see, I am not dead.
And you also get these two little weapons here: a spear and a blade or a dagger. And yeah, this throne is sick too. All right, next up from Mayfix, they announced their Hush Scarecrow. Now we knew this one was coming, but it's cool just to get a full reveal of him. And he looks good, dude. And one thing I'm really excited for, if you can see here at best, I love that they did a head sculpt underneath the mask. So you get that double layer. You can see his teeth coming through. You can see that it's two different pieces, right? Like there's some shading, some darkness between the eye and the mask.
No, there's a crazy amount of pieces there, right? Because there's like the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the face, and then the mask. Like there's tons of different pieces there, and it really it sells the look.
You also get an unmasked head as well, which I think is cool, just to add to that freakiness. And he's nice and lanky. He's pokey. He's like, I don't know, just very scarecrowish. I think they did a good job translating that.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of my favorite, at least, villains from the Hush that Mayfix has done. And I think this one's definitely a buy. Yeah,
this one looks really, really good there. But yeah, no. Again, finishing out that Hush line. If they ever jump
finishing out, man, they're going deep. They're getting everybody. They don't care. They're all in.
If they ever jump over to Long Halloween, call me up, Mayfix. I'm in. All right. And we've been talking a lot about Hiya Toys lately. I decided to fully add them to our schedule, our show, instead of just doing an
6-inch player, baby.
Yeah, instead of just doing an ATN where we kind of touch them here and there. I think they're here to stay. They're pushing. They're cranking out figures, and they just announced and revealed their Kirk from the J.J. Abrams series Star Trek figure. And yeah, dude, that likeness, man, that Chris Pine likeness, I'm here for it.
Exactly. It just makes me so excited, because they're going to give us more, for sure, at least a Spock, right? They're going to give us that.
The two.
Heroes. What's the hero's actor name?
Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, they're going to give us that Zachary Quinto Spock. Can't wait for it. And give us maybe an Uhura and then Klingons. Come on.
I want Chekhov. And what's his face? Sulu, the pilot.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh
man, there's so many. Yeah. I feel like Star Trek is such a smart move by Hiya Toys, because Star Trek, I feel like, is such a huge property.
Huge.
And just like we talked about, people who like Star Trek like toys. And it's something that's been really untapped in the 6-inch game. Really, in all games, I feel like there's not much Star Trek figures.
There's some reaction figures.
Yeah, some reaction. Yeah. You'll get the occasional 1/6 scale figure. But no, this, I feel like, is going to pay dividends, and it's going to be huge for Hiya Toys.
Yeah, and they're going all in, right? They're doing this soft goods style, a bunch of different accessories, the phasers, the communicators, an Apple. Why not, man? Look at all this. Like, this isn't just your Marvel Legends release here. This is a full line, a full figure. And I love that.
Yeah, and one thing I will say is the sweater, I like the attempt, and I don't think it looks bad, but it's just the scale of it that, because in the movie, like the bumpies are like way smaller, right? But I actually do appreciate that they tried for it, and to me, it does emulate the look to an extent.
Well, it was a good try.
And I've actually kind of grown that pattern has grown on me. When I first saw this, I was like, whoa, that's too big. With a little more time with that print, I've kind of gotten a little more used to it. Yeah, I agree with you. It is big, but I think it works. It works.
No, and like I was saying, like, yeah, I actually love the attempt, because if you think they would have gone smooth, it wouldn't have looked right.
No, yeah.
I think it would have looked worse if they went smooth.
Yeah.
The fact that they tried to emulate, you know, those little the bumpiness of it, like it is in the
Texture,
movie, even though the bumpies are kind of big, for me it works.
Yeah, I think it's grown on me. I'll give you that. It's grown on me. But yeah, and likeness is great. I'm excited for more J.J. Abrams Star Trek figures, because like honestly, like I watched a couple of like Next Generation, Jean-Luc Picard episodes, but I never really got into Star Trek. I was never Trekkie. J.J. Abrams kind of opened me to that world, and I know that might be blasphemous to some people, but I mean, everyone experiences movie differently.
And even beyond that, right? Like maybe once Hayat finishes his J.J. Abrams, I wouldn't mind getting Next Generation figures and Picard figures. And it would make people go back. It would make me, especially if I picked up those toys, I would want to go back and watch those shows. Yeah. So I hope Hayat goes deep into Star Trek, not just J.J. Abrams stuff.
Yeah, I'd buy a Geordi LaForge figure. You know, a LeVar Burton with the visor, or Data. I'd buy those figures.
Yeah.
They're just so iconic, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's take it around the net now. ATN. Revoltech announced a reissue of their Stitch figure, which I didn't even know they made one. So kind of cool they were doing a reissue for an update there.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I love the snow cone accessory. The way they painted that, just like from the show, the glasses, and just the way he's moving. I feel like even though there is no ab crunch, you're still able to get him in that that downward pose because of how posable the limbs are.
You're right. With the head all the way knocked back too. Yeah. That's cool. But along with that, they're also doing a reissue re-update. It's like they're calling it version 1.5. Jessie from Toy Story. It's
kind of cool to see this now, because now this is now becoming a trend, because they first did this with their first Spider-Man, where they did the Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man 2.0, because this original Spider-Man was atrocious, right? And it's just because they've learned so much and technology has advanced so much. Yeah. Like those early Amazing Yamaguchi figures, you had to have a taste for them. Like. Yeah. They were hard to love. Even me at times, they were hard to love figures. And so it's really cool that it wasn't just for Spider-Man. It might seem that they might go back and fix a lot of their figures. And it's not just fixing articulation. They add a lot of new sculpt to it as well.
Mm-hmm. Here's everything you're getting with Jessie. Those different faceplates, a little Martian guys that you get from the toy machine. Yeah, no, honestly, really, really cool. Updated version of Jessie. So we'll see what if they do more of these updates, these version 1.5s. So yeah, really cool. All right, well, I'll go ahead and bring it to the end of our show. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be mulling over our pick of the weeks now. Our giveaway is over, so make sure you guys are staying tuned for our announcement of the winner for that, where we're giving away 2 figures. Josh, what are you thinking? What's your pick of the week?
Take it over, Hemi. Let me see. Okay. There's a lot. Honestly, this was a really good week. Like
this is a solid week.
There wasn't that many figures, but a lot of great figures. I feel
good ones.
I'm gonna go with the Hayat toys.
Okay, Kirk.
Yep. Captain Kirk, baby. Chris Pine. It's got to be it. I'm just excited for Star Trek figures. I just want Star Trek figures.
Yeah, no, I think that's a solid choice there. Yeah, I'm excited. Hayat is a new player. They're coming in, doing new things, trying new stuff, and trying to compete in these lines. And so I'm here for it. Competition is good for us as consumers. For me though, for my pick of the week, I think I'm gonna have to go. Man, those Walking Dead figures were pretty sick. But I'm gonna go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go Black Panther. The Mayfix Black Panther. Yeah, it's so perfect. I love the likeness. I love the suit. I love Mayfix.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my pick of the week, is the Black Panther Mayfix figure. All right, friends. Well, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel for all of our content. Comment down below your pick of the week, just to create that conversation, you guys. It doesn't always have to be for a giveaway. Join us with us. Let us know what your favorite was from this week. It was a solid week this week. But thank you for coming on this journey through plastic and bliss. And as always, keep collecting, keep playing, and may the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.